lot of you dream of making video games for a living. Last issue, we looked at how college courses in game development can help you get ready to join a team. This issue shows you another useful approach. It's hard to get into the video game industry, but this is a door that opens for more people than any other. It leads to the quality assurance or QA department, sometimes called test. It takes a lot of people to thoroughly test a game. That's why as many as 1 out of every 3 jobs in a development company can belong to a tester. PlayStation's headquarters often has over 200 testers at work. What do they do?
Our test department consists of, some of the best gamers out there. They know what makes a fun game. And so they use that expertise and that experience to really add to the products that they work on. They receive the title when it's in its early stages of development, basically when the game is first playable. Construct test plans to look for defects within the game. Any game can have 500 bugs for the complete title and go as high as 6,000. What our QA analysts are really striving to do is put forth the best product and maintain Sony's high reputation of quality products. But our QA team doesn't just QA the titles for bugs, but they also try to make sure that the fun factor is there. They provide commentary and feedback on the title, which in turn, really added to the fun gameplay of the title. I think one of the most unique aspects is that we see titles 6 to 8 months before the general public sees them. We get to play them thoroughly. We get to test them thoroughly. We get to know all the secrets about the game.
Games have gotten bigger and more complex in the past few years, and a number of them can now be played online. As a result, the QA department is developing new kinds of expertise.
We're trying to take the concept of a street tester, somebody who comes, just pounding and playing on the game, to somebody who really has a good technical grasp of how the game comes together. And so we're trying to challenge them and train them to basically become, in essence, a low-level engineer of QA. They're digging into the game itself. We are starting to work with development kits, opening up the games and working with the development team to see coding, to see graphics, wireframe. It's exciting, it's challenging.
If you don't love video games, then you need not apply.
I get to think games 24/7, which is something I do anyway.
I mean, it's not like flipping burgers or anything.
Get to see the new game and test it before anybody else get to.
Take a game you don't like, now play each level 100 times on a different setting, switch controllers, and pull the memory card out and play it another 100 times. There, now you're a tester.
You will be playing video games in and out all day, every day, overtime, double time. Your life will become video games.
Most of the things that are tested is your patience.
Bagel Fridays. Free bagels every Fridays if you get here early.
Everything is about breaking the game.
And you kind of turn, you look at the guy and you're like, my God, I can't believe they're paying us for this.
I like breaking things and I like watching my coworker Jason do the bike dance.
You get to see things firsthand while they're being made.
It's really, really good opportunity for you to get your foot in the door.
Anything from a lead tester to a producer into graphic design and a game design and a level design, it's an amazing opportunity.
My official title is Senior Producer of the Multimedia Department, and our primary responsibilities are the demo discs that you find either in the kiosks at places like Toys R Us and Walmart. Our main project, though, is what you're watching right now, which is the demo disc that gets packed in with the official PlayStation magazine. And you might even recognize a certain voice. I do all the narration on the OPM DVD, as well as produce it. I went to work as a tester, and that's how I got my first real foot in the door. We're usually working closely with the producers or the associate producers on different games, and you could see how a game really comes together.
I'm a designer for Sony, and basically I will come up with the content of the game, the actual design of the game, what you're doing, what the story is. I actually started as a tester, and I worked my way up through the ranks. I tended to work really close with the developers. I would ask a lot of questions. I was extremely enthusiastic. I really wanted to know what was going on, what was broken, how was it broken, and this tended to get me really close to the development team. Then one of the teams had asked, hey, what do you think about coming down and being a designer on our team? I was like, yeah.
Alvin Pedroso has done what many of his colleagues dream of doing, getting his idea for a game approved for production. It's Rise to Honor, the upcoming action combat title from Sony.
Rise to Honor started from a conversation between myself and our director of product development, and I just said to her, this is the game I want to make. And After our initial conversation, she said, roll with it. And after about 2 months of really just going back and forth with different ideas and writing things up, we pitched it to our president and got it approved. Rise to Honor has gone from like just me working on this title to about 43 developers now. It was enormously valuable to be a tester. I think one of the biggest assets that I gained was how to communicate a vision and get people to rally around that vision.
This is the door to the quality assurance department. For many, it's a way into the industry. For some, it leads on to a development team. And for a lucky few, it's a path that helps them have a game idea published. But for all, it's a chance to work in a field they really believe in. Somewhere a door like this one might be waiting for you.
I love video games. It's a passion for me. If I'm not making games, I'm playing games. You know, when I was younger, my parents would always say to me, they're like, stop playing games, go outside, do something else. You know, now my parents are like, oh, my son makes video games. So they think it's all cool.
Next issue, Dev 101, is a mini tutorial. You'll get to see the winning drawing from the PlayStation Underground's Make Your Own Character contest. Then you can watch how that drawing gets turned into a working 3D game object.